Whether it's Darth Vader framed in flickering red, Adonis Creed fighting an opponent in slow motion, or Patrick Bateman staring relentlessly through your screen. They flood TikTok and Instagram Reels, but what makes these edits so addictive? Why do millions of people stop scrolling for them?
This is a huge deal for me. I was sick from school today.
I want to be the guy coming out of the theater going, it was great! You know, that's who I want to be.
I thought there was going to be people here already, and it turned out there wasn't being. I was like, wow, I'm the first one.
Well, it's Star Wars. It's like the original trilogy was just so phenomenal. People have been awaiting this for like 16 years.
Fan edits aren't a new thing. They evolved from homemade VHS re-edits of popular films in the 2000s. One of the earliest examples of this is The Phantom Edit, a fan-made edit of Star Wars Episode I, The Phantom Menace. The editor aimed to improve the original film by removing or rearranging many criticised elements. Media theorist Henry Jenkins calls this a participatory culture, fans remixing pre-existing media to make it their own, creating social connections between one another, motivating their participation. And when YouTube was introduced in 2005, YouTube tributes started to emerge. For example, this 2007 Harry Potter edit set to Clocked by Coldplay. As you can see, the video quality is poor, but it still holds a resemblance to modern fan edits, with the clips being cut to the beat of the music. In 2013, everything changed. Vine restricted its users to 6 seconds per video. This trained an entire generation to condense a story and feeling into a heartbeat. By the time TikTok arrived in 2018, the language of short-form cinematic rhythm was already fluent.
My son is 10 years old. He likes to watch YouTube Shorts and TikToks. I was overlooking him watching these videos, right? It is just crazy how fast he scrolls past this content. And I asked him, I was like, dude, why do you scroll past that content so fast? And guess what he freaking told me? He said, if it doesn't get my attention in that 1 second, then I'm scrolling.
A frequently cited Microsoft study from 2015 suggests the average human attention span went from 12 seconds in 2000 to 8 seconds by 2013. That's shorter than a goldfish. More robustly, researcher Gloria Mark has tracked screen attention across years, from 2.5 minutes in 2000 to an average of 47 seconds on a screen today, with median times around 40 seconds. This suggests our digital habits may be shortening how long we remain engaged in any one frame or feed. And TikTok's own analytics show most users decide whether to keep watching within the first 1.5 seconds of a clip. In these examples from my own work, the majority of viewers scroll past the video within the first 2 seconds of watching. So editors designed for survival, instant visual hooks, no wasted frames, each beat, flash or bass drop re-simulates attention. Neuroscientists call this temporal expectation. Our brain predicts rhythm, and when the edit lands exactly on the beat, it triggers a dopamine reward response. This pattern satisfies our sense of timing. Cutting on beat is basically audio-visual Pavlov. Each synced hit says, you guessed right, now here's a reward. The result? A continuous cycle of micro-gratification. Our eyes and ears locked in sync, our thumbs frozen mid-scroll. Music is an essential tool for creating a successful video. Sound is where emotion lives. Editors don't just repurpose tracks for rhythm, but for feeling. Michael Cheon called this added value, the way a sound enriches an image. This means that sound and image work together to create a total effect that is more powerful and expressive than either element alone. Sound can fill in perceived gaps, give context to visuals, and fundamentally change how we interpret an image. Here's a comparison between my edit with its original music and then the same edit with a slightly different soundtrack.
Anakin's gone. I am what remains.
Anyway, you get the idea. Music massively dictates the tone of the video. The right soundtrack can make the visuals feel more dramatic and engaging, giving the edit structure when context is stripped away. Without dialogue or plot, rhythm and melody become storytelling devices.
And I'm also a teacher of the drums too.
Behind every viral edit is someone hunched over CapCut or After Effects, chasing both emotion and algorithm. Edits have become a kind of digital self-portrait, people expressing themselves through existing media. This self-expression is evident in the different editing styles that people have. Some go for a simple, minimalistic approach with no fancy effects or 3D text, whereas others opt for a more extreme, quick-cut style that utilizes 3D text, cinematic sound effects, and is usually synced to an upbeat hip-hop song. To further my understanding, I made 2 edits exploring these 2 very different styles. Can you spot the differences?
It's like we forgotten who we are now. Explorers, pioneers, not caretakers. Well, we used to look up in the sky and wonder at our place in the stars. Now we just look down and worry about our place in the dirt.
A siren sounds like the goddess who promises endless apologies of paradise.
Okay, I say you're my tattoo. Yo.
As Henry Jenkins argues, participatory culture turns audiences into producers of meaning. In this space, Darth Vader isn't just a villain, he's a mood board, an identity symbol, a vessel for how users want to be seen.
When you post your video, the TikTok algorithm is going to analyze your content and look for things like the content details and your location. From there, your video will be pushed to an audience that is highly likely to engage with it. And the algorithm is looking for metrics like watch times, likes, comments, and shares. And if your video does get good engagement, it will be shown to more and more people. With that said, if your video does not get long watch times or any engagement, then the algorithm will stop pushing your content. Remember this video the next
On social platforms, creativity coexists with computation. Algorithms reward retention, completion, and share rates, pushing videos that generate high engagement in the first few minutes after posting. Edits are usually structured to maximize watch time and encourage replays, as the algorithm sees these as strong positive signals of interest. The perfect edit is a psychological equation. Strong first frame, plus beat-synced rhythm, plus recognizable character, plus emotional tone equals viral potential. AI-assisted editing now detects beats automatically, adjusts color grades, even recommends music. The craft that once took hours can happen in minutes, but the emotional design remains human. We still chase that heartbeat of connection. Why do we keep watching? Maybe we watch because these edits compress what we crave: emotion, rhythm, identity, all at once. They're tiny cinematic dopamine loops, delivering feeling without commitment. In a feed built for endless choice, certainty is rare, but a good edit gives instant payoff. It feels complete. It's cinema reduced to its rawest elements: image, sound, and emotion, distilled into seconds.